welcome everybody to Select Start. I'm Dio.
And I'm Jay.
And we are continuing our King's Quest playthrough with Chapter 3, Once Upon a Climb. And I am in shock right now. I had no idea that the last chapter was being released a month after Chapter 4. That's crazy. Mind you, the game was released, or started to be released in 2015, so it's almost a year now, if not more than a year. But still, I'm surprised.
It took how long from Chapter 1 to Chapter 2? It took something like 3 months?
A couple months. They were spaced out
weird.
pretty evenly. It's been a long time between Chapters 3 and 4. I think it was 5 months.
Questing led me to recover King Edward's magic mirror, and he rewarded me.
Yeah, 3 and 4 was freaking long. Yeah, I'm excited to play this now. We'll see how it develops.
Kingdom, and I worked tirelessly to restore the land to its former glory.
And small detail, but notice that the plants are starting to grow.
That trellis looked better over there.
I'm moving this right now, people, just to save myself a little bit of time in the puzzle solving, but I'll explain to you why when we get to that point.
It's Christopher Lloyd,
2 short years
altering
I
the
had grown
future.
into the king I'd always wanted to be. And while I was proud of the Daventry I had shaped, something still felt like it was missing.
It's a small detail, but I love the fact that you see Buff Graham.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because in the games, the early games, even though it was pixel art, let's not pretend that he was fully animated per se. He was a buff guy.
Yeah, he was a buff guy. Part 6 was Alexander. He was buff as well. But
Oh no!
Graham is supposed to have a beard at some point.
Wait,
And be really
no,
buff. He looks like a
there's
freaking
absolutely no way
what's it,
that
a lumberjack.
There's no way that
Straight out of Canada. Don't you know? Hey,
invested in that owl.
And here, I love how they weave all the old game story into this. That little owl is Cedric, I believe his name is, from King's Quest
6. That's right.
who helps you along the way. And as you see, by running the opposite direction, I'm going back in time to right the wrongs of the past.
I've got one small detail. I began my knighthood in Daventry with nothing to my name.
Convention of a non-reliable narrator.
On my back,
He's just
for adventure,
He's a story
and
I forgot. Also had a shovel.
Shovel in my pocket.
So now, what we're supposed to do
Is digging cow dung.
Spiniferous thorn
dig up that weed,
Oh yeah, we.
and we plant it here.
That looked like a great spot for a spiniferous thornweed plant.
Make
to
sure it
thrive.
climbs up onto that thing there.
Yeah. Now we also dig up the little tree,
Tiny acorn had been planted.
I see.
which couldn't grow because of the rock up here, and we put it on this side.
I planted that miniature acorn in the ground, a way to commemorate.
Planning for the future, stupid badger.
And as we run forward in time, the tree's starting to grow. The plant is, not the plant, the
The thorns.
thornweed
Yeah.
is being supported by this, which would normally be here. And 88 miles per hour into the future.
Nah.
Haha! Trap that evil bastard badger, and we save the owls, and thereby Cedric, and thereby the future. Time travel.
Time travel.
Climbing, but I was alone. Who was I
But,
building this
like I was saying before, just the fact that they're able to work in the old stories
Yeah.
in this new retelling in such a charming and original way worked. The first episode where how you become a Knight of Daventry, in the first game, King's Quest, you weren't the king yet. You were a knight.
Exactly.
And that's where the name came from. You were on the King's Quest. And once you completed the quest, which was getting the magic mirror, which you've seen in the menu and in the game and all that, you ended up becoming king, if memory serves, right?
It was you were a knight under
What was the name
the
of the king?
kingship of King Edward, the
Edward?
Benevolent. Yeah,
That's right, Edward. They even said it in the first chapter.
and you're as a knight, we're supposed to go save Princess Dahlia.
Princess Dahlia?
That's right,
Okay.
Here you go.
of Cumberland.
Oh, okay, cool.
I know.
Do you actually have the story somewhere?
Yeah, here I'll read it out to you.
Did the bakers ever respond to my invitation for dinner?
They declined.
It's the kingdom of Daventry is in serious trouble.
You're right.
After
Perhaps the
its
guards
precious
would-
magical items have been stolen, one day King Edward the Benevolent rescued a beautiful young Princess Dahlia of Cumberland. It was actually King Edward that saved Princess Dahlia.
Okay.
But on the night of the wedding, she was discovered to be really an evil witch who stole the king's treasure.
Own personal steal.
Knowing that he had to save the kingdom, the dying King Edward sends his bravest knight, Sir Graham, to Cumberland on the quest to rid of the treacherous witch, outwit the other assorted villains, and retrieve the 3 lost treasures. Because he had no hire, if Graham should succeed, he will become the next king. And that's how the story went.
Oh, cool. Like, I remember that part, like, if you would succeed, you would become king. Did it mention what the... It said items, right?
That's
I know,
right.
I know the mirror was one of them. Did it say what the other ones were? Or do you remember?
Well, it doesn't say here, but it was a magical chest, the magical mirror, a
The mirror
magical
told the
sword.
future.
Your girlfriend.
It was a singing sword or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
So I remember the mirror just because the mirror became, like, a part of the series, like something that they constantly reference. I'm not sure if the other stuff was.
And I believe the other one was a quilt or something. It was really weird. Here, I'm going to try and look for it. Let me look it up a second here.
That pun was chairless.
Yeah.
Perhaps old.
Aw, old Triumph. Alright, so this is the second part of the puzzle, or the first part of this new puzzle, right? Mm-hmm. Graham's all lonely and feeling crazy because he's really lonely, and I mean really lonely. So he is going to make a friend out of food. Because unfortunately everyone's busy, they have lives, and they can't visit all the time. So being king is a lonely, lonely job.
Lots of kings went crazy being lonely.
So, again, I'm skipping one part of the puzzle here. We need this rug. It doesn't like clearly state it until like you start exploring, but I'm trying to save us some time here on this walkthrough. I'm sure people will appreciate that at least a little bit. So that guard only moves when you run out of peas. But Graham's not about to eat the peas because he's picky like that. And eating the peas doesn't really help that much. So what you do is you trick Triumph into eating the peas using the meat.
More peas, sir. Apologies. I'm allergic to the lavender.
Now I gotta rush real quick before that guard refills the peas and comes back. And this. And now we start to build our crazy friend.
That's a good start. What else can we add to her? You're right, she does need a cape.
A purple cape.
What about a
There you go, the purple.
What
Find
should
that
we
out
use
until
for the face?
basically tells you and he's looking for the purple object.
But we should tell him she needs a set of boobs too.
What about a hat?
He's a gentleman.
What should
How
we
dare
use
you?
for the face?
And a beating heart. How about that? How about that? Let's go ask the Scarecrow if he has one. Crow, give me your heart.
Hat.
What should we use for the face?
Alright, so we're not using the picture of Bramble's wife. That's just creepy. We're not using Chester. That's even creepier.
Use a blacksmith.
And Amaya, the prettiest one. Zelda Williams, Robin Williams' daughter.
What should we name her?
Was it Zelda Williams? That was
Yeah,
the
she
voice?
did the voice for
You know that.
for the
I'm
character.
thinking
It's amazing.
something that ends in a soft
As
consonant.
we all know, she was.
It was at
She
that
loves video games. I think she wrote. She wrote
mirror
for
called
some articles for Nintendo. We did some interviews and stuff with Nintendo. She's the actual sponsor of Nintendo for the handhelds.
reflection of a town
You mean spokesperson, not sponsor.
Spokesperson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, she did a commercial with her dad, and oh, nice. The Kingdom of Kolima. This is where you go back and you relive his experiences as finding his wife. That's why I was so excited for this chapter. The fact that they are retelling the story of how he met his wife is so exciting to me, because I remember, I think, that game the most.
You got it, Grandpa.